Whorton Bend United Methodist Church is located about 5 miles south of Gadsden in Etowah County. It is surrounded by mountains on the north and west, and on the south by the Coosa River. In its early history, it was sparsely settled, but as the years pass, it is becoming a very densely populated suburban community. Whorton Bend United Methodist Church began with the organization by the Reverend John Wesley Aiken, who was a long-time prominent minister in the North Alabama Conference. He was also the brother of Julia Aiken Klontz, whose family was among the charter members of the newly organized church. The church had its beginning on August 19, 1909, in a revival meeting held under a brush arbor on the present site. The revival was conducted by the Reverend J. Savage. The original roster consisted of 34 charter members derived from various denominations. The plot of land on which a new United Methodist Church was to be erected was donated by Tracy Lowry Whorton, his wife Anna Griffin, and Charles R. Porter and his wife Lula Curry Porter. The original proposal was that the church be built on property donated by Elijah C. Adams, which is adjacent to Oak Glen Garman Farm. Until a new building could be erected, worship services were held in the inactive Cumberland Presbyterian Church, located 200 yards southeast of the present site. The original building began in 1911 and was built by members of the new organized church and citizens of the community. It was not completely finished until some years later, and the church was first known as Porter's Chapel. The original trustees of the new church were W. R. Ushery, R. A. Hollingsworth, Hi. S. Reed, E. C. Adams, and J. W. Akridge. The first pastor to serve was the Reverend J. H. Cameron, who served 1 year and was succeeded by Reverend Mansfield, who also served 1 year. The membership grew under the 4-year tenure of Reverend W. M. Harris, a young Methodist minister who was appointed through the East Gadsden Methodist Church. Reverend Harris was in turn followed by W. A. Hamrick, C. M. Small, Doyce Mitchell, Walker McBrayer, A. H. Williams, L. A. Sherrill, E. B. Branscombe, Lawrence Dill, Charles Adams, Guy Wallace, Henry Eddins, E. M. Williams, L. A. McConaughey, A. T. Haywood, W. Davis, W. W. Woodburn, Curtis Day, L. A. Waits, Benny Lowe, W. R. Giddens, E. A. Wilkes, L. V. Watson, Johnny Clotfelter, Jimmy Abernathy, Thomas Musket, Richard Driscoll, who served 2 terms, J. C. Hewitt, Stan Hendricks, Bill Hitt, Susan Eccles, Alan Payne, who also served 2 terms, Wayne Nesbitt, Ray Lewis, Doyle Spinks, Sam Lassiter, John Cosby, and the present pastor, Diane Hausler. Pastors who were appointed as ministers to a number of different circuits and charges in the Gadsden District by the North Alabama Conference have served Whorton Bend Methodist Church. In the past years, the church has been on full-time, semi-retired pastors or those with other jobs. The membership of the church has remained stable throughout the years, and the first addition to the original sanctuary was constructed in 1953, which was at the rear of the old auditorium. It provided rooms for Sunday school classes. In 1955, the old original sanctuary was completely torn down, leaving the new annex. A new, more modern auditorium was built in its place. The pastor at this time was Reverend Alston Wilkes from Pelcher, South Carolina, and a student at Emory University. He was a vibrant and enthusiastic young minister who made the following comment: "This country church has been the very heart of Methodism." In 1970, the East Wing Annex was completed. The annex contains a fellowship hall, kitchen, and bathrooms. All classrooms have been carpeted, some by individual donations, others by memorials by deceased loved ones. On July 4, 1976, a bell presented to Whorton Bend United Methodist Church was erected on the west side of the main building. The marker reads, "This bell hung in the Etowah County Courthouse from 1891 through 1950, presented to Whorton Bend Methodist Church by Leela Mae Tarplay, in memory of Marvin Small, July 4, 1976. In 1990, as planned, the fellowship hall was enlarged in order to accommodate more room for church-related activities, events, and dinners. In 2002, a flagpole was erected on the east side of the main building It was later dedicated in May 2002 to former pastor Ray Lewis and wife Joy Lewis for 6 years as pastor of Whorton Bend United Methodist Church. In August 2002, a storage utility building was built on the west side of the church grounds for yard sale, lawn equipment, and other storage. In August 2005, the church put up a sign close to the road for the first time in the church's history to let people who pass by know what church they are driving by. The sign includes a marquee to put special announcements, messages, etc. In December of 2006, computerized chimes were installed on the building, which play daily beginning at 8 a.m. and ending at 8 p.m. By the end of the 2006 Christmas season, several positive comments came from our neighbors surrounding the church. The chimes and computer were donated by Joey Amberson, and the church purchased the speakers and amplifier. In November 2007, an All Saints' Day service was held, honoring and remembering those who had a big part in the church through the years. According to the history, a service like this has never been done. Joey Amberson came up with the idea to have this service, and the church approved. A slideshow of pictures of different people remembered was displayed. Andrea Collette, assistant principal at Southside Elementary School at the time, donated the projector and screen. In March 2008, 2 additional crosses were added to the churchyard to complete the traditional 3-cross crucifixion scene. This project started many years ago under the leadership of Mr. Howard Johnson. He was called home before completing it. We dedicated this scene to him for all of his hard work and effort he put into this project on Easter Sunday, March 23, 2008. Whorton Bend United Methodist Church continues to this day, 100 years later, to meet the needs of all of our members, the community, and everybody who we come in contact with, while not losing focus of what we're here to do: win souls for Jesus, to passionately worship, and to be a place where others can come to feel comfort. We have several ministries in the church today that benefit everyone in the church and others in the community. We visit with the residents of Atala Healthcare on the second Monday of each month. We also go to visit with one of our own that is in the nursing home and was a vibrant, enthusiastic member, Gaynell Lang. We also collect food each month and deliver it to the Way of the Cross Soup Kitchen in Alabama City. We have a special evening of singing every first Sunday of each month where we all get together, sing unto the Lord, have special singings, and just having a good time together. We invite you to join us for any of our services anytime you're around or are free on a Sunday. God has blessed the church for 100 years so far. There is no telling how much He will bless us in the next 100. Thank you for joining us today in this special celebration of our church's life. Please visit with us again. Here's a little bit of entertainment to close out the video here, provided by the wonderful, magnificent Whorton Bend United Methodist Church musicians.